showed a little soft spot in our armor. What's a big stat for you tonight?
6 for 24 from beyond the 3-point line. It's not a good
Mhm.
stat to have, especially you had a lot of open threes. There was a few I remember. I mean, you had time to dribble, eat some popcorn, throw it out. I mean, there were some few that were wide open. And
Yeah.
6 for 24, you can't be shooting 25% and think you're in lose by 6. I mean, so I mean, you don't like to go back and look at one or two plays there because it's a 48-minute game. But there are one or two.
Oh, see, I think the bad shooting just kind of shot him right out the stream here in a second. We'll see if Zach can join us back here in a second. Ethan, you want to go over your big stat, or you want me to go for it?
I can do either way. What are you feeling?
Go for it, Ethan.
Alrighty. My big stat was also a negative one, unfortunately. There were a couple positive ones, but I'm gonna go negative just to say I did. The bench was outscored tonight 30-18, and that was something very obvious that I could see, just not even looking at the stat sheet. After the game, I was like, yeah, when our starters kind of left, there he is.
There's Zach.
What just happened?
Hey, bounce back, man.
Difficulties.
With that bounce back performance.
You finish, and I'll carry on what I'm saying.
All right, cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, so I was just saying the bench being outscored, being outplayed. We really couldn't get a bucket when DJ and Derek were off the court. It was very obvious if the Nuggets could stop those two players from getting to the rack and creating for everybody else, we really couldn't find an opening to find a bucket. And Bryn Forbes is off tonight. Lonnie didn't play particularly well tonight. And when that happens, it's difficult, for us to win a game.
Yeah. Go for it, Zach.
So I think I got cut off when I was saying it's a 48-minute game. So it's a 40-minute. So I don't like looking at one or two plays, but you can look back and say, man, Doug McDermott's wide open in the corner, got to hit open threes. Devin had a few open threes. I mean, so you can't. You're not gonna win games in 2021 NBA shooting 6 for 24 from beyond the arc, especially when you're playing against the Nuggets, who are a good 3-point shooter, and Monte Morris is not missing. So I mean, come on. So that was another thing. He seems to always have his best game against the Spurs. Every second string point guard in the league seems to have their time against the Spurs. So add another one to the list.
Yeah. Those are two big points. Ethan, I actually want to piggyback off yours real quick. I had that written down here too, 18-30. I mean, it the bench production, which we kind of glowed about last game, right? These guys came in last game against Orlando, and it was Orlando. That's why we had to take it with a grain of salt. They weren't a team that's really up to par out there. And we lit them up, which is a good thing. But here we go against a top 4 or 5 team in the Western Conference. And we struggle. Our bench struggles, and those are some huge stats moving forward. Doug McDermott, like you were saying, Zach, was just non-existent. Non-existent. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking earlier, like in the third quarter, I was like, we just got to sit him already and play Devin. I was like, Devin needs to eat up all his minutes, maybe for the rest of. I like having him out there because like he hit a huge one. Right, the one that he did hit was like late in the fourth quarter, Doug McDermott. So that's why you keep him on the game. But, shooting was a problem tonight. And that was definitely, we only lose by 6 points, and we're shooting that bad. That's got to be good too. But we can chalk it up to good perimeter defense. I think on both sides of the floor, they were 9 for 30 from the 3. So it's not like they lit it up either.
No, you're right, and that's been the Spurs held teams in the preseason to 41%. Last game against Orlando, 41%. So their defense, they caused a lot of turnovers tonight. So I mean, there wasn't anything to be mad about there. But you got to make shots. It's a make or miss league.
Yeah, the turnovers was going to be one of my big stats, and then I looked over on the other side. I was like, oh, they're turning it over just as much as we are.
Same here.
It's just one of those games, right? All right, guys. So
back and forth.
Yeah, man. So when we get back, Spurs Nation, we're gonna go ahead and talk about a glow spot. That's an area that stood out in a positive way for us from tonight's 102-96 loss against the Denver Nuggets. We'll be right back.